Good afternoon, villagers.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Dose of Disney. I'm Arnie.
I'm Doug, which haven't eaten lunch yet.
Yeah, so Doug's going to be a little cranky.
It's fine. We've been running around today, and it's impossible for us to eat out. So, not that we were big eater-outers, but it's impossible because you can't go eat in restaurants. You have to take it out or eat in your car, which we both hate doing that.
And besides, it's kind of warm here today, and it's an uncomfortable experience to eat in the car when it's hot.
So,
I'm
just whining.
Hello, Samantha. And Cherie, welcome in. Good to have you here. It's Saturday, the 27th, 2020.
Tomorrow's the last day at 2 o'clock. It's the last dose. Then we do it on Monday.
Yes, the last dose for the weekend.
Hi,
Amy. Hello there.
Hello, Samantha and Cherie.
We have a couple things here. Let's see. It's 181 days until Christmas. It's National Ice Cream Cake Day.
Oh, I could go for some ice cream cake. Is
And
Baskin Robbins open?
I bet they are. I've seen people walk in and out of the one in Martinez by my office.
We have.
So, yeah. Cynthia, hello, Donna. Both of you, thank you for being here.
What's a good trashy ice cream cake? Do they sell those?
Cookies and cream. A cookies and cream ice cream cake.
If I'm going to make one, I'm not going to buy it in the store. I'm going to buy it at like Baskin Robbins.
Yeah. Yeah, it is National Ice Cream Cake Day.
I would choke one down.
Oh, Mar, thank you so much. Hello, Tanya.
Hi,
Welcome
Donna.
in. Yeah, you know, it's
Cynthia,
the last. It's just the last couple of episodes coming now for the Daily Dose. I can't believe it's come to an end. That was
No.
just,
I lost her light
there
bulbs.
the light just went out. Sorry. Yeah, it needs to be charged. Sorry about that, everyone.
It lasts about 2-3 hours too.
Yeah, so
It's a good
we'll
thing.
be a little dark. Let me try and give you some overhead light here.
And it's National Onion Day. That I didn't know of either.
Yeah, National Onion Day. And then here's something else that I had never heard of. Hopefully some of you might have heard of this, but it started only about 10, 11 years ago. It is something called Summer's Giving. This is the first time I've heard of it, and now we are definitely going to make a big deal about it. Had I known, we would have had a special meal prepared for today. We would have done a whole big celebration about it. Summer's Giving is celebrated on the Saturday after the first day of summer or the summer solstice.
Didn't know it was a thing.
In this case, what you do is you gather your friends and family together and have a turkey meal just like Thanksgiving, but on Summer's Giving. And that's today, the first Saturday after the summer solstice.
Have you guys ever heard of Summer's Giving treated like Thanksgiving, but on the first Saturday?
Yeah, I've
never heard of it.
I've never heard of this either. So next year, definitely we're going to be up on Summer's Giving.
Yeah,
we're
if we
going
can
to
get people over.
We're going to invite people over. Yeah, Cynthia's never heard of it.
No, never heard of it until I saw, there's Summer's Giving.
I like how more put it. Look, there's Donna and Samantha and Amy and CYNTHIA.
These are so silly.
Everyone, thank you for being here.
So are you serving summer food instead? No, they actually say treat it like a Thanksgiving. But
Yeah.
the problem is you really can't find turkey in summer. It's generally around a holiday time, because I actually wanted to cook a whole turkey like months ago. There was a couple of years ago I wanted to do a whole turkey. It is impossible to find turkey this time
It's
of year.
very hard. What I would suggest doing, though, is maybe doing something like ground turkey and maybe do like a turkey meatloaf. We have a recipe for a Thanksgiving meatloaf that we're going to be sharing
We're
with
gonna
you.
put it together.
So we'll be putting that together and sharing that recipe with you, because I'll tell you,
meatloaf sandwich sounds good.
it really does.
We haven't eaten for lunch yet, if you could believe that. We're starving.
Yeah, are you kidding? This plastic cup taste would probably sound good right about now.
We ran around. We actually ventured out to Costco. So it's kind of...
Yeah. So and then with the timing, it just didn't work right. We thought, let's go ahead and do the Daily Dose, and then we'll eat.
Yeah, we'll have a lunch after this, because it's impossible. Again, not that we eat out a lot, but when we want to, it's now impossible here, especially in our area. We're not allowed to go and eat at restaurants. So we have to either eat in a car or race home to eat it. It's horrible. I mean,
you're all right. You know, this Thanksgiving meal thing, it is, buy an extra butterball and put it in the freezer. Something like that. We could do something
probably
like that.
that's what you should do is just buy a turkey and then freeze it for 6 months.
Yeah. But you know what? A meal like that, that's a carb heavy meal. Let's face it. Thanksgiving is a carb load.
Yeah.
You get your stuffing, your mashed potatoes, your biscuits.
It's a time to indulge, but I don't want to eat that much during summer. That's my thing.
Yeah. It would be kind of a light meal, I guess you could say.
Know. But I mean, you do it only a couple times a year. I guess it's okay.
But we're going to celebrate it. We are going to celebrate Summersgiving.
I'm going to see what this is about. I'm going to see go onto the YouTube and see if there was any videos.
Yeah. Pumpkin pie in the summer would be awesome.
Oh, I
love pumpkin pie.
We went to Hobby Lobby yesterday, and they're starting to put out their fall stuff. So,
yeah.
Again, some places are barely opening up.
Well, let's get started with this day in Disney history. We're taking the Wayback Machine to 1936. And welcome in Ryan and Keith. Thank you for being here. It is 1936. There's a story conference on the Disney lot right now. In this case, what's going on is they're having a story conference about Snow White. Remember, Snow White came out in 1939. They're still developing the story and doing the animation while they're doing this. In this case, today, the story is they're focusing on the huntsman because they're not quite sure how they want to handle it. Walt wants to develop the scene in such a way that the huntsman loses his nerve to kill Snow White. And of course, in the movie, he does. He tells her to run away.
Yeah.
And then ends up giving the wicked queen a pig's heart?
An animal heart
of
some sort.
Yeah, I mean, it's rather gruesome. It's very gruesome. But of course, 1939 was a different time. 1937, excuse me.
36.
37 was when the movie came out.
Oh, yeah, from the movie theater.
Yeah, but 1936 was definitely a different time. 1955. Now, remember, they are preparing Disneyland right now. It's about 3 weeks away. They put out a press release on this day, and that press release included this new attraction they're going to be having at Disneyland called Circa Rama. And it's a new technology where they had a complete continuous 360-degree film where the movie surrounds you. I really do miss that at Disneyland.
They don't have that. They only have it 2 places and anywhere in all the parks. Canada and China.
I think so.
I don't think they have a 360 anywhere else.
No, but it's still in Canada, and it's still...
Yeah.
And I want to see that one with John and Moira Rose.
John and Moira.
Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara, stars of the show Schitt's Creek, play the characters John and Moira Rose, and they are now the hosts of the Canadian film in the Canada Pavilion at Epcot. So I want to see that one. But the film was going to be released on the day of the opening, July 17th. And it's going to be hosted or sponsored by American Motors. And of course, American Motors was the company that put out the Pacer.
Pacer
the
and
Gremlin,
the Jeep. They were actually the Army. They created the Army Jeep.
Yeah.
And then Jeep got to be its own brand, which was bought by Chrysler. So
at that time, they were doing the Hudson, the Nash, and the Rambler. So those are names from the past. And also Kelvinator. They did Kelvinator appliances. I remember Kelvinator. Yeah. And Mar learned to drive in a Pacer. I had a friend in college who bought a Pacer specifically so that she could drive her harp. One of those giant pedal harps. It's the big ones that you usually see Bugs Bunny play and everything. And there are pedals on the bottom that change the tone of each of the notes.
Giant harp.
So it's a harp.
Musical harp.
But she had a harp that she would load in her car and move it from place to place. And the Pacer was the only car she could find that would fit that harp.
Seriously. Yeah. That's an interesting story. I had an AMC AMX. Was my very first car. My dad got it. We got cars right at 16, but this again was a long time ago. And he believed that we should have cars so we can get some work if we wanted to work part-time somewhere. He paid all the insurance and the gas as long as we, had stuff, but they felt it was important. Sure, they were not luxurious cars and they were not important. They were total hoopties. I mean, it was a hoopty. Air conditioner didn't really work, but it was the 90s. But until I can afford to get my own car.
Yep.
So
okay. 1979.
Okay.
Disney releases another movie on this day. It's a sequel to a film they had released 4 years prior. This film is called The Apple Dumpling Gang Rides Again. And of course, it's the sequel to the 1975 movie, The Apple Dumpling Gang, starring Don Knotts, Tim Conway, Bill Bixby. It was a fun film. Harry Morgan was in that film too. He played the sheriff of the town. I gotta go back and watch that movie.
I haven't seen any apple dumpling things.
The Apple Dumpling Gang is fun.
I want to make apple dumplings because I have recipes to do it, but I've eaten one apple dumpling in my life. I haven't watched the movie.
Hey, Rachel. Thank you for being here.
I love my pacer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the cars back in years and years ago were just sad. They were just designed horribly.
1985. This is the day when Michael Eisner was beginning to get his way with developing a theme park in Florida. Because on this day, they signed an agreement with Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer United Artists. And it was only a 31-page document, but it was to last 20 years. And it was an agreement giving Disney the exclusive rights to use most of the studio's movies. And it was only a licensing fee of $100,000 a year.
That's nothing.
That's cheap.
So 20 times $100,000.
$2 million.
So for 20 years of Florida MGM Studios, they only paid $2 million to get the rights to have the word MGM.
And
now it's called Hollywood
and
Studios.
the characters that they had in the attractions too.
Yeah, the movie ride.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that did not go well. And then once the 20 years happened, then we all know what happened.
Yeah,
Disney's
because
like,
in 2010 they changed the name to Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Yep, and they didn't want to pay it because MGM was already purchased by other things by that time.
1986. You see, at this point, Disney did not have a lot of movies in their movie catalog, but that was changing. In 1986, one of their movies from the Touchstone line came out, and in this case, the movie was called Ruthless People.
I seen that movie.
I saw that in the theater, and I just remember Bette Midler in there crying, saying, "I'm being marked down like I'm shopping at Kmart." She said something like that. It was just funny because she was kidnapped. She was married to Danny DeVito in the movie, but she was kidnapped, and the kidnappers did not know that they had a very rocky relationship, and that he was thrilled that she was gone. So
I haven't seen it in so long.
It didn't work out too well. So I want to go back and watch that movie.
Yeah,
it's pretty funny.
It was a good movie. I seen it a long time ago. I don't remember.
It was directed by David and Jerry Zucker and Jim Abrahams. Those are the guys that were behind the movie Airplane.
Oh, that's why it was so good.
It was so silly and so good. I enjoyed it.
It was the 80s.
Yeah. But 1995.
1995.
Another agreement at Walt Disney World. In this case, it was the Indianapolis Motor Speedway chairman and chairman of the board. He took part in the groundbreaking ceremony at Walt Disney World
to build.
Yeah, this was the Speedway.
The Speedway. A little tri-oval, or it's put it around, and Indianapolis wanted to have something down there, and of course Disney was into getting all kinds of different type of people and to bring races down there. Now it's torn off. It's torn up, right?
Yeah, it's torn up. They've dismantled that.
It wasn't. It's not not part of their brand anymore.
I'm seeing that Surfer Girl Cherie, her first car was a Cutlass Supreme 1984.
Yep.
First car I drove was a 1972 Kingswood wagon from a Chevrolet.
I thought you had a Datsun B210.
I did. I had that too. But the first car that I learned how to drive was a 1972 Kingswood. We called it Das Boot. It was a huge car. Huge.
Again, it was the 70s.
Yeah.
If you got something at 3 miles to 5 miles to a gallon in the 70s, you were doing good.
Yeah. So 1997, on this day, Disney released another animated feature. Of course, the animated movie for that year was Hercules.
I liked Hercules. I haven't seen it in ages, but I liked it. I'm here to hang a Christmas ornament. Let's go.
Pete McDevitt, thank you so much.
We don't have the trees up.
Yeah, no trees are up, but they'll be coming. Promise that. Of course, we're going to be doing some Christmas stuff in July.
Yeah.
So just Just wait for that one, Pete. We'll be definitely doing that one for July. 1997, they released Hercules. They also did the Hercules Victory
I
Parade
remember that parade.
at Disneyland.
I remember it. Zero to Hero.
Yeah. That was the parade that replaced the Lion King celebration.
Mm-hmm.
It was a sad replacement because we loved the Lion King celebration. And to this day, everyone enjoys it at Animal Kingdom because they were the same floats that are in the show.
Mm-hmm. Animal Kingdom got Disneyland's parade.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, that was so cool. 2008, they announced in Walt Disney World that they were going to be closing all of the clubs at Pleasure Island.
Yeah. It was no longer the Pleasure Island of debauchery that they thought they were going to do.
Nope.
It went down to shopping and dining.
Yeah, so it's going to be that of gluttony and greed of shopping.
I've been to Mannequins, 8 Tracks. I didn't do the country one, but they had a lot of the different ones. I've actually been to a few of them.
Now, I didn't do any of the dance clubs, and that was because I was with my mom when I went to Pleasure Island. I went to the Comedy Warehouse, and we laughed a lot. And we had fantastic time, Kungaloosh, at the Adventurers Club. And I still, to this day, miss the Adventurers Club.
Never got to experience the Adventurers Club.
To this day, I still miss it.
But yeah, I can't believe they did that. And then it lasted only for so long, and then they gutted all that area and made it Disney Springs.
Yeah. Also, Disney released WALL-E on this day in the United States and Canada. So all North America saw WALL-E for the first time. Man, what a film that was. I remember seeing it in Alameda.
Alameda. We saw it the weekend it came out, or the Friday it came out.
Yeah, we were there with our whole family. Huge screen.
Yeah,
Amy loved the Adventurers Club too. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I just remember the mask room. Party.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And then finally on this day last year, 2019, this happened at DCA. Disney California Adventure opened a redo of an attraction that had originally been Flicks Flyers in A Bug's Land.
Mm-hmm.
But they moved it to Pixar Pier and put it in one of the looping areas, one of the helix areas, I guess.
It used to be where the ups and downs was. It was the Maliboomer, the thing that shot you up. It was that monstrosity. They ripped it out. The place was empty, and then they put this in its place. It's
called the Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind. It's the same attraction, just rethemed, and it actually looks fantastic. It's especially beautiful at night.
Yeah, we went on it last year.
Yeah.
On our couple of travels.
Yeah. And here's something interesting too. I just saw this news, and that is as of the fall, September to be exact, in the UK. This is happening in the UK. Disney Channel is going to be going away. They're going to have all the programming for Disney Channel. It's going to go on to Disney Plus. They couldn't come to an agreement with pay TV platforms, with Sky and Virgin Media. So they couldn't reach a distribution program or a distribution contract. So they said, forget it. We're just going to put everything on Disney Plus, and that'll be it. So if you want any Disney content there in the UK, you got to get Disney Plus.
So their cable satellite channels or distribution couldn't come up. You know what? Good for Disney. You know, they have the power if you're not going to do it. Again, Disney probably was asking too much, but the cable companies do not. They're dying right now because everybody's cutting the cord. Who wants to buy the Disney Channel as that extended cable package?
Yeah. For most cable companies, it's actually just thrown in there. It's just one of the general. I remember when we first got it, it was a premium channel.
Oh, a big time at premium.
Yeah. And we bought it immediately because, well, come on, it's us. We love Disney.
We ended up realizing it wasn't for us when we got it. We got rid of it because it was too kiddie for me, and plus we were working or college or we were older.
Yeah,
streaming is
the way to go now. It's true, Mar. And Mar, yeah, I was wondering, where is Mike Wheeler?
Our little Mikey.
Mike's not here. That's odd. Usually he is. Oh well. You know,
Troy. I'm sure he's okay.
I'm sure he is fine. He's probably taking a nap or something, or maybe he's playing with Oreo. I hope so. His dog is just adorable.
What kind of dog is it?
So dachshund.
Oh, it's a dachshund.
Yeah.
Yeah, dogs are not liking what people doing right now.
Hey, it's
Hi,
Mama.
Mama Mouse.
Mama Mouse. Thank you for being here, Mama.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. It's so nice to have you here.
Thank you. We were just tidying things up here. Like just today, they were just announced that in the UK, you cannot get the Disney Channel on your paid programming of television distribution in the UK.
Yeah.
So now it's going to Disney Plus.
So all Disney content's going to be on Disney Plus in the UK. By the way, if you have not checked it out yet, please do so. Go to our channel and watch Life with Ben. He made chili this week. It was an instant pot recipe, and it's like a Wendy's chili thing. So he did a copycat recipe of Wendy's, and apparently it's very good. I haven't done the recipe myself. Doug hasn't made it either.
No, it was Sherry found it and did it out of the blue.
And
it's supposed to be really good.
They made a couple of modifications to change the flavor profile so that it gets more like Wendy's, and apparently it's really good.
I'm being stalked by a mouse.
We're all being stalked by a mouse.
Yeah.
And then finally, this is one of 3 episodes that remain for the Daily Dose of Disney. The final episode is going to be on Monday night on PTV Live. The Daily Dose of Disney will be coming to an end on Monday, and we're going to celebrate for our PTV Live show for the Daily Dose that night. And so you don't want to miss that. Make sure that you also tell your friends about that one. We're going to be putting out a thumbnail and advertising it starting tomorrow. So you'll be able to see what our channel looks like for that night. Yeah, that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier today, Jim was live. If you didn't see it, Jim was talking about The Fox and the Hound and a Goofy movie. He had not seen those prior to getting Disney Plus, and he's been watching movies that he's never seen through the beauty of Disney Plus. And we're doing the same thing.
Yeah, tonight is going to be Princess and the Frog, since that's been all the talk, and we've seen it during a very tumultuous time when that movie came out. So we want to freshen ourselves to the...
Mara, that's a good question. We will be celebrating with Cheez-Its and Diet Coke on Monday night.
We are?
Oh, yeah.
I thought we were having the Cheez-Its thing later.
Yeah, but Cheez-Its is still the unofficial snack of PTV Live.
I didn't know about these things.
Well, that was deemed by Richard.
Okay.
Of the Orlando guy. Speaking of the Orlando guy, he's one of our branches in our support tree. We have 5 branches in that tree. We have More Sunshine Please, 2 Real Geeks, D&G Explorers, and we also have Rob Fuzz and the Orlando guy. Those 5 branches represent our support tree here at PTV, and we are so thankful for them, just like we are thankful for all of you, our moderators. Thank you so much for your help today and for dropping those links. Donna did drop one for our swag that we have. We have a t-shirt available, so you can always say, I want my PTV. We've got a great t-shirt about that.
And I'm trying to think of some other new stuff. I did put stuff up, but they didn't like it.
They didn't like it, so they pulled it. So we are going to definitely do that.
Yeah, we gotta. I liked mine.
Mama Mouse, did you send us a new card? We have to go to the mailbox.
We haven't been to the mailbox yet. We have only been running around so much. So thank you for the heads up.
Yeah.
We'll have to go out. We have to go out sometime next week anyway. So we'll stop by out there.
Yeah, there's definitely a reason for that.
Because it's more close to his work than it is our home. But since we're now always working at home because of this wonderful thing we're going through worldwide, we don't go through, we don't go to web host thing as much as we do.
Yeah, definitely. So we are going to be wrapping things up here because I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got to get something to eat.
Doug and I both need to eat lunch.
Yeah, it was too much. We dealt with Costco today, so that was the today's.
But at least
it wasn't bad.
I'll post this on Instagram though. We found toilet paper and paper towels at Costco, so we're happy. They finally were in stock.
We need to find antibacterial wipes around here. There's still gold.
Yeah,
it's so hard. It has all kinds of problems for us.
Yes, it's true. Oh my goodness. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us for this edition of the Daily Dose of Disney. We'll be back again tomorrow with the same thing at that time. 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific for the Daily Dose of Disney. We really appreciate everyone being here. We know that there are a lot of choices out there. The choices are obvious from Dean of thelifeplace.com. He's got over 110 channels now that he has on his website. So you can check out there for anything. But we appreciate the time that you spend with us because we know that there are plenty of choices.
Thank you.
Thank you. As a villager, thank you so much for spending this time with us. Everyone, have a magical evening and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
With another episode of the Daily Dose of Disney at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. Bye, everyone.